Do Spiritbox have what it takes to conquer the world? Will this EP continue the band down the path of success? Let's talk about the album. Hi people and hello my Chili Con Carnage crew, it's Chili here for a 5-minute review on Spiritbox's newest album, The Fear of Fear EP. The success story of Spiritbox is an interesting one. One of the newest big name bands on the scene, and a band that started in 2017. One of the worst years to start a musical career. And they released their self-titled EP in October of that year. They even looked poised to strike it big before COVID bit the arse of the music industry and shut the entire world down. Most musicians struggled during this time, sitting in and just writing new music. And Spiritbox did of course do this, but the band took to social media in a very valiant effort to drum up interest in their music, and won many new fans over with their constant live performances and personable personas. Eventually in 2021, they released Eternal Blue, which was a groundbreaking record and one of my top 10 picks of the year, with lead single Constance proving to have an equally powerful song and video clip that evoked several strong emotions. And then the band went on tour and we would have to wait nearly 2 years for new music. I mean, there were some singles dropped in between with collaboration efforts with other musicians, but I didn't really felt drawn to these songs. Still, when April came around earlier this year, the band would release a new single, The Void, and we finally can sink our teeth into that Spiritbox sound that captivated me to begin with. The Void was a solid single to release, and it certainly is one of the stronger tunes on this short EP of 6 tracks, and I'm not going to complain about this effort. In fact, it's wickedly catchy and a certain earworm that can stay with you as it incorporates beautifully clean vocals by lead singer Courtney LaPlante, who has a strong presence when performing in this style, and I'm sure I butchered her name. Fans of the band will easily latch onto this single as an epic new song by the band, and for good reason. It is a tune worthy of being added to their live performances. The other songs that seem to be getting a lot of love is Jaded, and it is another worthy piece that has a great build-ups with its unclean vocal sections that the band really lean into, using their unorthodox riffs that complement their style so well. Even the closing track Ultraviolet is in my mind a hidden gem, but perhaps due to the short runtime, this song won't be overlooked. Now in regards to this EP, it has 6 tracks and it is a short affair with 25-minute runtime, and it feels a bit like a stopgap in order to tantalize fans until the next studio album. Is it enough to satiate the needs of the fans? Yeah, I say that it does this. However, I would also add that the EP is lacking in some areas that left this record feeling slightly underwhelming. Now, I know the group have a strong fan base, and that is awesome to see, and maybe my views might get me crucified online, but hey, hear me out for a minute. Compare this EP to their previous record Eternal Blue, and you can see a lack of inspiration, perhaps driven by the need to push out music, maybe by, say, a record label who wants a new hit machine on hand. The band is primed for taking the world by storm, but this record lacks any experimentation that I found truly awe-inspiring from their previous effort, and one of the biggest faults lies within the lack of bass, which feels lost in production and not nearly as prominent as in the past. And I put this down to their new bass player. Bill Crook, the previous bass player, was an amazing bassist who was influenced by the likes of Mudvayne's Ryan, and his eclectic style was a prominent piece to their puzzle that works so well. On the other hand, the new bass lines are non-existent, and thus their newest music is sounding like a generic arena core band, albeit with a few decent tunes. Perhaps releasing an EP before the album is the best move for the band, as it reduces the pressure required to put out a strong sophomore effort. It now comes down to how long do we have to wait for this next product. Overall, I will be giving this EP a score of 6.5 million chilies on the spicy scale, with my favourite tracks being The Void, Jaded and Ultraviolet. Without a doubt, I think Spiritbox have what it takes to take metal to the younger generation, and maybe this album is something that you enjoy. I don't think too many fans will be displeased by this effort, and I certainly don't feel like it's a bad release, but it doesn't live up to the high standards they already set with their past albums. Sure, it was impossible to reach those dizzying highs, but even with a smaller amount of tracks to focus on, I feel the band missed the mark ever so slightly. Here's to the future of the band, and I know that they have it in them to write some awesome tunes. If you've enjoyed this content, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to us and stay notified for future music related content, because it keeps our manager happy at the end of the day. We are also on Discord, Instagram, Facebook and all those other social platforms if you want to check us out. As always people, you have a great day and stay spicy.